Stanford Stadium is an outdoor athletics stadium in Stanford, California, on the campus of Stanford University. It is the home of the Stanford Cardinal college football team as well as the site of the university's commencement exercises. It originally opened 95 years ago in 1921 as a football and track stadium, an earthen horseshoe with wooden bleacher seating and flooring upon a steel frame. Its original seating capacity was 60,000, which grew to 89,000 by 1927 as a nearly enclosed bowl. Immediately following the 2005 season, the stadium was demolished and rebuilt as a dual-deck concrete structure without a track. Today, it seats 50,424. Early history. Stanford Stadium was built in 5 months and opened its gates on November 19, 1921, replacing Stanford Field. The first game was against rival California, who defeated Stanford 42-7 in the big game. Seating capacity was originally 60,000, with a 66-row, U-shaped structure second only to the Yale Bowl in size at the time. In 1925, 10,200 seats were added to the stadium, nearly enclosing the horseshoe while still keeping the overall height of the facility intact. In 1927, 14 additional rows of seating were added, increasing the stadium to its maximum capacity of 85,500, with 80 rows of seating. In 1935, Stanford Stadium set a record for single-game attendance, with 94,000 spectators filling it for a 13-0 victory over California. NFL. In January 1985, Super Bowl 19 was held in Stanford Stadium, with the Bay Area's own San Francisco 49ers defeating the Miami Dolphins 38-16. Stanford Stadium is one of 2 venues to host a Super Bowl without previously serving as the home stadium of a National Football League or American Football League team. As of now, Super Bowl 19 is the only Super Bowl where the host region saw its team win. On October 22, 1989, the San Francisco 49ers played a home game at the stadium against the New England Patriots, due to damage suffered to Candlestick Park following the Loma Prieta earthquake 5 days earlier. Notable events. Other high-profile events hosted at Stanford Stadium include Herbert Hoover's acceptance speech for the 1928 Republican presidential nomination, and international soccer matches for the 1984 Summer Olympics, the 1994 FIFA World Cup, and the 1999 FIFA Women's World Cup. The stadium also hosted the 1962 version of the long-running series of truck meets between the United States and the Soviet Union. 1984 Olympic soccer matches, 1994 FIFA World Cup matches, 1999 FIFA Women's World Cup matches. Modern renovations. The stadium has gone a number of significant renovations since the 1920s. In 1960, a press box was added, while the first and last synthetic athletics track was installed in 1978. In 1985, prior to Super Bowl 19, the press box was renovated, new locker rooms were installed, a ticket complex and dressing room for game officials were added, and the number of restrooms were increased. In 1994, prior to the 1994 FIFA World Cup, the lower level of the press box was expanded and aluminum benches were installed throughout the stadium. The crown of the playing surface was also reduced. In 1995, a $10 million gift from Los Angeles insurance executive and 1935 Stanford graduate Louis W. W. Foster enabled further updates to the stadium, including widening the concourse, improving the restrooms, and replacing the remaining wooden seats. In honor of his gift, Stanford named the playing surface the Lewis W. Foster Family Field at Stanford Stadium. 2005-2006 Demolition and reconstruction. In June 2005, the University Board of Trustees authorized plans for the stadium's demolition and reconstruction that would remove the track, reduce the stadium capacity, and bring it up to date with present standards for sporting venues. Various justifications for the renovation included poor sightlines in the existing stadium, long stairways, and lack of adequate restroom facilities. The track around the stadium had previously created a large distance between the field and the spectators. The capacity of the new stadium was set to be approximately 50,000 seats, made by Dutch Army seating. The reduction in capacity was a strategic decision by Stanford's athletics program to boost season ticket sales and create a more intimate playing atmosphere without sacrificing the ability to host large world-class events, such as the FIFA World Cup in the future. This was partially the result of San Francisco's failure to secure a bid for the 2012 Olympics, which would have featured a renovated Stanford Stadium as the main Olympic venue. Construction began minutes after the Cardinals' last home game of the 2005 football season, a 38-31 loss to Notre Dame on November 26. Bulldozers began tearing out the natural field turf in a ceremony held while attendees were still in the stadium for the game. Construction proceeded quickly through the winter and spring with the goal of opening in time for Stanford's game against San Jose State on September 9, 2006, but the game had to be relocated to San Jose State's Spartan Stadium due to an unusually wet winter and resulting construction delays. In the summer of 2006, a construction worker fell 23 feet to his death. The stadium opened on September 16, 2006, with Stanford losing to Navy 37-9. The Stanford band was not present at the stadium opening since they were not permitted to play at any athletic events in the month of September due to accusations of vandalism to a temporary trailer which formerly served as the rehearsal facility. Instead, the Navy band performed at halftime and played throughout the game. The facility occupies 18.4 acres, with a footprint of 601,128 square feet, a playing surface 29 feet below ground level, and is now a rectangle-shaped stadium. The stadium has 43 rows on the sides, 22 rows on the end zones, and 30 rows below the skybox. The skybox also has 437 spectator seats, more than double the number of the previous press box. In 2013, Stanford upgraded the scoreboards with twin high-definition video boards. Also, a 1,673-foot ribbon board was added, which displays out-of-town scores and real-time statistics.